Everybody, welcome to the session. My name is Shaurya, and I believe I should be live now. I think things should be working properly, right? I'll just check on the page. Yeah, okay, great. Everything seems to be working properly. All right, so let's start today's session. This is the second session on the arrangements chapter, and in this session, we will be looking at another set on arrangements and just understand how we are supposed to approach questions on arrangements. And it's going to be a small session. Hi, Pranjal, welcome to the class. And of course, everybody else. Right, I believe the screen should be visible properly. I'll just wait for it to load on YouTube and then I will start. Yeah, okay. So I think it should be visible. I apologize if the text is a little blurry. Somehow it ended up being a little blurry, but I think this should be fine. So I'll dictate it nevertheless, right? And let's start the session quickly. So the set says four families decided to go to a picnic to Jumri Talaya and agreed to meet at a place called Rani Ka Talab. So these four families, they decided to go to this place and they met at Rani Ka Talab before moving for the picnic. So and it is told to us that there are four families and one family has zero kids. Okay, so one family has zero kids. Okay, while the others have at least one kid each. So somebody has one kid or more than one kid, but at least one kid they have. That is something which we know. The next part says amongst each family with kids, at least one kid goes to the picnic. So if let's say a family has two kids, okay, so at least one of the kids goes to the picnic. Not necessarily both the kids go to the picnic, but it's like at least one kid at least goes to the picnic. So this is something we know. So take it, great, no problem. And following is the information given to us about the families. So the first statement says the family with two kids came just before the family with no kids. So if you realize, if you read the first one, even if you read the second clue, D who does not have any kids reached just before C's family. So these two clues kind of tell us this information that this set is going to be about a set which has people reaching at a particular place, and those people who are reaching at a particular place, when are they reaching? That is what is going to be told to us. Okay, and we are talking about a family, and we are also talking about kids. Okay, it's a regular occurrence. We're talking about D, who is the family, and then we're talking about kids, right? So all of this, ये सब हम लोग को basically ये बताता है, ठीक है, in general that we need to make a structure जिसमें we are including family and we are including kid. तो इस तरह से कुछ हम लोग स्ट्रक्चर बनाएंगे that we are going to make four boxes. Box number one, box number two, box number three, and box number four. And these boxes basically represent when is coming, who is coming when. So it is from left to right. So that means the leftmost person came first and the rightmost person came at the last. Okay. And we are also going to represent family on the top and kid on the bottom. Right. So if there is a family D, it has, let's say they have two kids. So D's family has two kids. That is what is going to be denoted. Right. Let's move further. The family with two kids came just before the family with no kids. Now, we are not told which family is the family with no kids or which family is the family with two kids. We have no idea, right? So, since we have no idea about this, what we are going to do is we are going to just write this information in a way that we are just storing this information, right? We are not uh, we are not using this information right now. We are just storing this. Okay. So we're going to write it in such a way that we are just storing this information. Sorry, I just want to move this a little. Yeah. So how do I store it? I store it like this. I made two boxes, right? One box, two box. So a family with two kids came just before the family with zero kids, right? That is what is told to us, right? So this family came after this family. Okay. Now, if you read the next clue, it directly tells us D, who does not have any kids, reached just before C's family. So D, who has no kids, reached just before C's family. So C would have reached just after D's, like just after D, right? So, and we, how many kids did C have? We don't know yet, right? So we have these three. Now, these three could be placed C, D, and then two other person, or C, D, and family with two kids. These are the two possibilities, right? These are things which you need to be aware, right? While you're making the puzzle, while you're solving the puzzle, just be aware that what are the kind of possibilities which can happen. Anyway, moving further, P and his wife reached last with their only kid. So P and wife. Now, who is the wife? We don't know. Okay. They reached last with their only kid. So they have only one kid. Okay. And they reached last. Okay. So this is something just told to us. Okay. Great. Now, what is next? Q is not B's husband. So Q is not B's husband. That means we are also talking about males and females, right? We are talking about males and females as well. ठीक है, इनकी भी बात हो रही है कि कौन मेल है कौन फीमेल है. तो क्यू अगर बी का हस्बैंड नहीं है, ओके, तो दैट मीन्स क्यू इज अ मेल. ठीक है, दैट इसीलिए तुम बोलोगे कि क्यू इज नॉट बीज हस्बैंड. एंड अगेन एनीवे, मान लो यहाँ क्लियर नहीं होता है, नेक्स्ट पॉइंट पे क्लियर होता है. क्यू एंड एस आर फादर्स. तो क्यू इज मेल, एस इज मेल. हस्बैंड का बात हो रहा है किसी का, तो दैट पर्सन विल बी अ फीमेल. ओके. नाउ, इसके पहले कुछ डी और सी का बात नहीं होता वो मेल है या फीमेल है, सो वी डोंट नो. But there is a possibility that C could be P's wife, because C could come here. Subsequently, then D's family would come here, and then family with two kids would come here. Otherwise, C, if it does not come here, then it comes here. Then D's family comes here, and the family with two kids comes here. Right. So there's a possibility. Those possibilities, just keep in mind that those possibilities are they are like still left. Daughters of C and A go to the same school. So C and A have daughters. Now, are they male? Are they female? We don't know yet, but they are daughters. Also, please try to understand before I move forward, ठीक है, कि there are four families, है ना? अगर four families हैं, तो there should be four males, right? And there should be four females, ठीक है? तो ये just keep in mind these things, है ना? ये these things you should be able to observe very quickly, right? You should not jump into the solution directly, but just think about what is the maximum amount of information which you can extract from a given clue and whatever, right? So just keep those things in mind. All right. Hopefully you're able to understand till now. Let's move forward. So then it talks about B came before D and met A when she reached the fixed place. So सबसे पहले तो please try to understand B came before D and met A when she reached the fixed place. So met A when she reached, यहाँ पे when she reached का किसका बात हो रहा है? She का यहाँ पे, she का यहाँ पे B का बात हो रहा है. Okay, because B met A, right? So when she reached the fixed place. So इसलिए मतलब it's you need to be very clear about language. Okay, यहाँ पे क्यों मुझे पता है ये A का बात हो रहा है? Why am I certain? Because it is told to me when she reached the fixed place. And why does this tell me that? It's because अगर ये A का बात नहीं करता तो A would have reached the fixed place and then B would have reached, right? तो A तो would not have met B, because यहाँ पे B met A का बात हो रहा था. तो इसलिए मुझे पता है कि यहाँ पे when she reached जो है वो B का बात हो रहा है, not A या D. ठीक है, तो B came before D, so D से पहले आना है तो या तो यहाँ पे आना है या यहाँ पे आना है. And B also met A, right? So this also happened that B met A when she reached the fixed place. So ये important है. All right, this is an important clue, because like, why is this clue important? It's because it gives you a lot of information. Okay, that D से पहले है तो या तो B came here or B came here. Okay, and B also met A when she reached the fixed place. So हम लोग को ये भी अगर हम लोग को पता है, that means that B must have reached, met A before, मतलब, so that means that B came before A. Okay. Now is A coming here, here, here? We don't know. Okay. But we know A is definitely not coming here, because if A was coming in the last place, then how would have B met A, right? So that means B, whenever B came, uske pehle A has come, right? So that is again very important. Okay. So if B came before D, then B cannot come here. Okay. B to definitely cannot come here. Okay. If you put B here at the first person coming at the first, right? So how would she have met A when she reached? So that means that the puzzle is essentially solved. You know that B is the person who has two kids, and then you have A who came first. Now B is a female, we know that. A क्या है, male है, female है, we don't know. कितने kids है, we don't know. I mean, यहाँ पे हम लोग को दिया हुआ है daughter C and A have a daughter, right? C and daughters of C and A go to the same school. ये हम लोग को पता है, right? But of course we need to be a little clear. Okay, so now we know that A is coming, B is coming, D is coming, and C is coming at the last. So P's wife is C. That is also clear. Okay. So P ka wife is C. Okay. This is important. So C is P's wife. Okay. This is also clear. And then that means that P is a female. So C is P's wife basically, and P is a male. Okay. This is also something we find out. So who are the people who are left? Okay. We have B. Okay. We have A. Okay. And if you see last में, I mean second last and last two, R stays farthest from the place and he is a good singer. यहाँ पे R बता दिया है, he is a good singer. तो इस clue में there is no like information given to you कि when is R reaching. Okay, because if somebody stays farthest from some place, does that mean that he will reach the last? नहीं यार, अगर वो गाड़ी तेज चला दिया तो he can reach जल्दी also. So it's not like that he is reaching last just because he is late. That is not given to us, but it's just told to us R stays the farthest from the place and he is a good singer. So if R is a good singer, he is a good singer, that means R is a male, and that would mean D and A are females. Okay, so A is a female, D is a female, and B is a female, right? And C of course is a female. तो अब हम लोग का जो मेल्स बचे हैं, I mean, if you see, we've placed B, we've placed C, we've placed D, we've placed A. So we've placed all the females. Male में we've only placed P. हम लोग को S, Q और R अभी place करना है. And we know that D is somebody who has 0 kids. B's family has 2 kids, and A's family के kids हम लोग को, मतलब, you can assume that they have 1 kid because it was told to you that C and A have a daughter. Okay. Now, if you see this clue, S explained that his son could not come because of exams. अगर ये हम लोग को बोला गया है S का son exams की वजह से नहीं आ पाया, okay, and if you go back to the question and you feel you see the clues amongst the family with kids, so S has kids, at least one kid goes to the picnic. So अगर S का son could not come because of exams, that means that S would have had 2 kids in total, जिसमें से one of the kids did not come because of his exams. So that means who is the family with 2 kids? That is B, right? So since B is the family with 2 kids, that would mean that you are going to place S and B together. Okay, S is the male, B is the female. Okay, because females I'll place on the right. So I'm just going to put this on the right, A and D. So I placed S also. Now I have Q and R remaining. Okay. Now, if you see, it told you H is here in clue number 5. Okay. You can see it said that Q and S are fathers. Here was important clue. Okay. This is very, very important. If Q and S are fathers, that means that who is a father? Father is somebody who has a kid. Otherwise you are labeled as a husband. You're only labeled as a father or a mother when you have a kid. All right. So if Q and S are fathers, that would mean that Q necessarily is the person who is married, or Q and A are a couple basically, because that is the only place remaining, because Q is a father. So because D's family has no kids, so that's why you will not have D, and you will have R, who is D's husband. One more way through which you can solve this. Okay, I'll just quickly show you that, because some people might say that how can you be certain that S is B's husband if S explained that his son could not come up because of exams. वो तो इसका मतलब तो ये भी हो सकता है कि S के 3 kids हो या 4 kids हो. How do I fixate that उसके 2 kids हैं? Okay, so please try to understand. It was told to me यहाँ पे Q is not B's husband. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे क्यू आ नहीं सकता, और यहाँ पे मुझे बोला है कि क्यू एंड एस आर फादर्स. ठीक है, तो अगर क्यू फादर है, तो दैट वुड मीन दैट क्यू कैन ओनली कम हियर, बिकॉज डी वाले प्लेस में नहीं आ सकता क्यू, राइट? सो दिस इज अनदर अप्रोच विच यू कैन यूज टू सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन दैट ए एंड क्यू आर गोइंग टू कम हियर. इफ सिंस एस इज अ फादर, so that would mean that S and B are here, and then B के साथ you will have R, who is her husband. Okay, so R and D, you get this, and this essentially completes the entire set. And then you directly have questions, right? So you can just quickly move to the questions now, and finish out the set. Simple set. You just have to be in control, right? In control of what is the information, what is happening, right? So essentially, the goal from of these questions, like at least to start off with right now, these are basic questions to help you start your preparation. Okay, so I mean, we'll be doing tougher sets also. I'll be creating a playlist called as the must solve playlist, in which I plan to do somewhere around maybe 60, 70 sets again separately. Okay, so these 60, 70 sets, whatever the number may be, I'll have this must solve playlist also, which will have all the advanced questions. Okay, so maybe once a week, we'll have one session on YouTube for you guys, wherein I mean, it's a free session, of course, wherein I'm doing this advanced playlist, and maybe 2 sessions or something, and these sessions will be short, 30-minute sessions, right? So that you are benefiting and you don't need to waste a lot of time. Anyway, who amongst the females arrived third? D arrived third. Answer D is correct. Which is the correct pair of husband and wife? S and D, no. P and C, yes. Okay, so you don't even need to check the other other options. Whose daughters go to the same school? Uh, this was given to us in the clue, right? Daughters of C and A go to the same school. Okay, it's given to you right here. But यहाँ पे husbands दिया हुआ. So C and A, C is P and A is Q. So P and Q's daughters go to the same school. So this is there. Whose family has definitely more than one kid? S's family has more than one kid. Among the males who arrived second, S arrived second. So S arrived second, and that essentially completes the set. All right. So that's pretty much it, right? And just be clear. Please understand, you have to be very clear with how you're solving questions. You need to be in control. As long as you're in control, you will be. It LR or and even DI is not tough. All right, it's all about being in control, being focused of while you're solving, right? And essentially, this was the set which I wanted to discuss for today. In case you are attending this session free on YouTube, right? I just wanted to inform you that we have we have courses also on CAT, all right, which are run by Arun sir, Meenakshi ma'am, and we have a lot of faculties, right, who take the sessions. I also take some sessions in the main batch, right? In case you like the sessions, you can just check out any of our courses. In case you're an enrolled student, of course, you guys have access to everything, and hopefully you guys are having a great experience. Any enrolled student, if you're watching, you can of course feel free to put out your review of the course in the comments, right? Otherwise, we have a lot of good stuff on our portal, and you can check out the course. We have live courses, we have self-paced courses that's in store. Self-paced courses are entirely by Arun and Meenakshi ma'am, and of course, live courses are by entire our team of faculties, right? So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully you guys liked the class. This is me, Shaurya. I am a twice 99 percentiler in DLR, and I'll be wrapping up this session now. Thank you so much for joining me in the class, and hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much.